back to Wind Down with Books with your girl Kay. As you can see by the title, we are reviewing Ace of Spades. I am super excited to talk about this book. This is one book that I am going to do differently as far as the review go. I am not going to spoil anything for this book. I want you guys to read this book. I love this book. I love this book so much that it took me a week after I read it to start a new book. The book was beautiful. Hands down, 5 out of 5. I enjoyed this read so much. I was actually mad that I finished the book. But anyways, you already know the vibes. I have my wine. The next book review is going to be Yellow Wife. I'm excited to talk about this book. It came highly recommended. I give this book, the rating I give this book is like a 4 out of 5. But that's the next book review. But anyways, let's get right into it. You already know I have my book. I want to spoil Ace of Spades, but I don't want to spoil it. This is one book I really want you guys to read it. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But I will tell you why I like the book and give you a background of the characters. All right. So, you have two main characters. They are African American. You have Devon, and then you have, I believe, Chimaka. She has an African name. Forgive me if I pronounce the name wrong, right? So they attend a predominantly white school. They are the only two black kids in the school. They are seniors. They're coming into their senior year. They're excited to graduate. We're going to start with Devon's character. So Devon is a 17-year-old boy. He is gay. He's very reserved. He's quiet. He's a loner. He's a loner. He's, for the most part, throughout his whole high school experience, he has stayed to himself. He's reliable. He takes care of his family. He deals drugs on the side to help his mom pay the bills. He just wants to get a better future, to get his mom out of poverty. He wants to relocate his family out of poverty. It breaks his heart to see his mom suffering. His father, to his knowledge, his father is in jail. He got locked up for being, in a gang, dealing drugs, due to their current circumstances at the time. The father didn't have no choice. Devon also sleeps with the neighborhood drug dealer. I forgot his name at the time. Right now is he's closeted. At the end of the day, it's like the environment that they currently reside in, they can't be free. They can't be themselves. They have to hide who they truly are. So, Devon is dealing with the simple fact that he was beaten at a young age, when I believe it was elementary school, for being gay. And ever since then, he bottled up a lot of feelings. He loves himself. His mom, I feel like she knows, but he's trying to hide being gay from his mom. He feels like his mom is going to judge him. His mom is going to look at him and discuss based off certain comments that his mom has made in the past. So he's trying to portray that masculinity figure in front of his mom, but deep down inside, he's hurting. He's hurting. And always having to sneak around, is getting to him. In school, no one talks to him. He has no friends. He loves music. That's his passion. He wants to go to Juilliard. He plays the piano. He makes up his own music. He's very talented. In the school, the only person that he's really close to is his music teacher. Let me get the music teacher name. Damn, there's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah. We're not gonna get the music teacher name, but he's close to his music teacher. The music teacher is white. Let's see here. So that's Devon's character. We're gonna go to Chimaka. So Chimaka is popular. She has money. Well, her family has money. Her mom is a doctor, but I can't remember what the father does. She's also half white. The father is Italian, the mother is Nigerian, right? With their family dynamic, unfortunately, the father's side of the family feels disgusted by Chimika's mom. She can't visit them. They don't like black people. Put it there simple. Right? So she's dealing with that. Chimika is popular in school. She would do anything to keep up that status. She will step on anyone's toes. She don't care. She has no remorse. She's kind of a bitch. Not kind of, she is a bitch. She's she don't care. She keeps 3 girls around her. Of course they're white. One is Asian, I believe. They're not really friends. She just keeps them around and they keep her around to uphold status. So these are the girls that, you know, they're going to be around the person who has the most popular status. A lot of people in the school, they're scared of Chimika. She basks in the fear. She basks in the glory. She likes being praised. She likes to feel like she's on top. Her grades are superb. She wants to go to a prestige college. She wants to, you know, she wants to get out under the shadows of the white people, and the only way to do that is to step on people to get what she wants. She's friends with a rich prick, because that's what he is. Let me see if I got his name. 1 second. Jamie, his name, Jamie. So she's friends with Jamie. Jamie's a rich prick. She's in love with Jamie. She believes that her and Jamie will be together in the end. She has this ideal fantasy that they'll graduate high school, go to college together, they'll get married, have babies, right? She puts up with his microaggressions and she don't even see it. And then if she do see it, she ignores it because he apologized, and you know, every time she look at him, she gets so dreamy-eyed. He could do no wrong. You know, she stands by and watch him do certain things. He say certain things, but she won't say nothing. She won't stand up to him. And that in the book pissed me off. You know, that really pissed me off. Cause I'm like, yo, sis, like, you got all this mouth for everybody else. As soon as Jamie look at you or say something crazy, you're not saying that. Like, what's good with you? You gonna let him talk to you like that? Do you know who you are? But yeah. So Chimika, she wears everything fashion designer. She doesn't wear things twice. She's a go-getter though. I admire that she's a go-getter. I don't want to spoil too much. Again, I don't want to say too much about the book because I want you guys to read it. But Chimika is also dealing with the facet that she has to present. So when she's at home, she wears her hair naturally, and she wears it in an afro. She wears it with braids. You know, she loves herself, right? She loves her skin, she loves her hair, she loves her culture. But when she's in public and when she's in the eye of all these white people, she transitions herself. So she straightens her hair. She won't let anyone see her real hair. She wears makeup. She dresses a certain way, even if it makes her uncomfortable. And she's also dealing with that. So I could understand why she's putting up this facet and why she acts the way she does, but it's no excuse to be a bitch. Like, it's no excuse to be a bitch. But I can understand why she took up that facet. You understand? She has to code switch, you know? When you around these white people, you can't you can't be yourself. Especially when you going up against a lot of white people who have it made for them. They come from money. They come from old money, new money, generational money, that their parents have connections, so that if they failing, the parents got to make one call and they good. They get into the school where, regardless of her family having, you know, money, not a lot of money, but they didn't have old money. They had working class money, you know, and regardless of that working class money, she didn't have the connections to get into the school that she wanted. So she wasn't afforded the luxury to fail classes. She wasn't afford the luxury to, you know, just do what she wanted to do. So I can understand that. And you just see it with the barrier, regardless of you having money or not, and especially if you black, you still have to fight to make a place within a certain circle, and it just goes to show. So Devon and Chimaka, they don't talk. You know, she looks past him like he's worthless. She looks down on him, especially because he has no money. And I'm just like, sis, you know he's the only other black person in school. You moving like that, like, you gotta really check yourself. And I really wanted her to check herself. I'm not gonna spoil anything, right? So we keep going. So, you know, that's that in regards to the characters, right? I didn't like Jamie's character. I saw right. Well, I'm reading, but you know, I saw right through him. He was vindictive, manipulated. He's a narcissistic tool. He believes that he could get anything he wants, and he believes that he could put the blame on anyone, and get away with it. Right? At one point, he was driving. Him and Chimaka was driving home from a party. He was drunk. They was intoxicated. He hit a girl. Right? He hit the girl. Chimaka wanted to call the police. He was like, "Oh no, I can't because I have to. I'm gonna get in trouble by my father." They drove away from the scene, so she's dealing with that. Right? It's been haunting her ever since. So long story short, they start the beginning of senior year. The beginning of senior year, Devon gets chosen for the society, right? A high honor society. What do they call it? They call it, it's like they do it every year at the school, head perfect. It's like a head perfect. So you have to have the grades, the popularity, all that. So all of a sudden, Chimaka gets head perfect 1, then the other 3 girls, and then Devon gets called. So everybody's looking at him like, what the hell? Like, no one knows who he is. No one interacts with him. So he's surprised that he got picked. So that's where things start going astray. It just so happened at an assembly, a projector came on showing an ace card, right? So everybody thinking like, what is this? So Devon is confused, but as quick as it came on the projector, it came off. After that, a series of texts start going out about Devon and Chimaka. Like, for example, one of the texts outed Devon as being gay and messing with the gay drug dealer and stuff like that. They outed, one of the texts stated that Chimaka was a murderer, stuff like that. So Chimaka and Devon is trying to figure out where the text is coming from, who would send the text, and how are both of them connected. So the reason why the book is so good is because when you think one thing like, this person is the one who sent the text, it's not what it seemed. Like, the book had you guessing all throughout all the pages. It was a page turner. I literally, except for me needing sleep, I would not have put the book down. Like, the way that the author just, how can I say? Like, the storyline was so unique that you needed a break to really reflect on what you just read. It was a good ass thriller. When I mean a thriller, like, she need to make the book into a movie. I wasn't able to guess anything in the book. Everything that I guessed was completely wrong. But like I said, the storyline was good. The characters was good. The character development of Devon and Chimaka, I love how their characters develop at the end of the book. I was so happy. When I tell you I was so happy that their characters developed. I'm not even going to tell you about the character development because it's going to spoil, it's going to spoil it for you, and I want you to figure out yourself. But I love this book. I love the storyline. Like I said, I love the storyline. I love the character development. I love that the book was a page turner. I love that I was unable to guess what was going to happen in the book. I love that the characters was able to navigate through the situations that they was going through on their own. There is another, like, I like the cover of the book, but this is not the main cover of the book. I think the book is all red. If I can find it, I'll drop a picture in the video. But I need you guys to read this book. I really need you guys to read this book. I'm trying to be helpful and not spoil it so you guys can read it on your own. But if you want me to spoil the book, If you want me to spoil the book and tell you everything and go through it, the video might be like a half an hour long. I will do it. So if you want me to spoil this book, drop it in the comments. Let me know, because I definitely will. If you follow me on TikTok, then I probably did spoil a little bit. But other than that, you know, I don't want to say too much about the book. I love the book. Like I said, it's a 5 out of 5. I will definitely be reading this book again. I will recommend this book 10 times fold. And just let me know, guys. I know this was a short review, but the next book review is going to be Yellow Wife. If you read the Yellow Wife, drop it in the comments as well. And until next time, your girl is out.